up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap Content, and I am here this evening to discuss Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 9. Okay, it's getting a little, a little intense up here in Bel-Air. Okay, just a little intense, not too crazy. But yes, they are definitely heating it up, which is something that I've been needing because there's been too much drama going on. I mean, of course, well, like a calm life, okay? Well, this TV, okay? We need to have some drama going on or something to keep us, entertained, all right? But at the end of the day, we need to go ahead and just discuss what had happened in regards to Bel-Air, okay? So what's up, Demarcus? Thank you for coming through. Please make sure you guys are liking this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you share me. Let's get down to comments if you're watching the replay. And if you're in the chat, let's have a conversation as well to let me know your thoughts of what's going on the show. So, Will, I swear, he gets on my nerves. He gets on my everlasting nerves. Okay. So in the beginning of the episode, we're pretty much filling Vivian in on what's going on in terms of, Zenith Heights, and what's going on with Doc. And, the little scheme he got going on where the colleges are, pretty much bribing him and giving him money for his players. He have access to the top players and they be wanting a piece of that. So, he been getting a little, something on the side. But he had a partner named Lorenzo that he kicked out of the organization. They pretty much built Zenith Height together. So Lorenzo was pretty much threatening to air Doc and the whole situation out. And of course, that would mess up the eligibility for all the players to play college ball. And of course, we want Will to be able to play the college ball. That's his little dream or what have you. So, long story short, we're trying to figure out what's going on. But I appreciate your boy Jeffrey. Okay, he's over there. He did the due diligence and already had the info that he needed. I'm like, Jeffrey, like, who are your people? Like, I want to know. You got somebody in the CIA? Like, Jeffrey, like, let a girl know. Who do you have helping you with your research? Because sometimes I be needing some research done. So if you got a hookup, holla at your girl. All right, just holla at me, please. Meanwhile, of course, Will think he, just a low key, like revolutionary, what have you. And he's trying to rile the people up in the locker room. It's like, hey, I know what's been going on. You haven't been able to say anything, but we need to stick up and see what's going on with this Doc situation. Like, this ain't right. And so everybody else is like, Will, like, chill. You get to go on your little Lexus, wherever when you get home. We walking to a bus stop, okay? Regardless of what Doc got going on, he gets results, and we need it. Like, he helps us at the end of the day. So, yeah, it's kind of shady, but we're getting something in it as well. So, they don't really have options. And that's the thing. Like, I don't think Will understands the plight of average people, okay? I don't want to say he's not average, but he has a lot of other access and opportunity as more than other people. You know what I'm saying? So people don't come from them type of situations, Will. Like, you need to pipe down sometimes because at the end of the day, you are a little more privileged than everybody else. Okay. I feel like he don't realize it and he needs to realize it. All right. So we gonna see what Power to the People will do next. All right. Meanwhile, Erica Baker pops up at the bank's residence. Okay. No call, no text, no email, nothing. Just a knockety knock at the door. And I'm like, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to, but no. Erica, you popping up here with this all white on, with these white flowers. Like, I see what you're trying to, girl. I'll tell you what you're trying to do, girl. It ain't working on me, okay? And I'm a little nervous that it may be working on Vivian, okay? And she was like, well, I just wanted to give you a peace offering and I want to apologize for what we did as kids. At the end of the day, I know we were young, but I just want to, apologize for it. And of course, Vivian, she's softening up. And I'm like, oh, Lord. Oh Lord, what do y'all think in comparison to the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Is Vivian more like first Aunt Viv or second Aunt Viv? Because first Aunt Viv did not play. You could not get nothing over her. Like, she was always on it. And second Aunt Viv was a lot more lighthearted, just more jolly. Like, I feel like this Aunt Viv here in Bel-Air is more like the second Aunt Viv, because she's a lot more forgiving, especially with the situation with Carlton. And you also see it with Will as well. She's willing to give them more chances and just be more understanding, which we should be as parents. But at the end of the day, these kids be getting over on you, and you can't be doing that. All right. Enough of my rant. So apparently she gives Erica a tour of the house, and they, start chatting it up, catching up a little bit, okay? And they find out that Viv is still friends with one of their friends that they had in college, and she was like, "Oh, I don't have much time for friendship with my thriving career and what have you." I was like, "No, I'm sure you're a trifling friend. That's why you ain't got no friends, okay? Like, keep it real, keep it a buck, Erica, okay?" See, this is what I'm saying. Erica ain't nothing but a low down, backstabbing, floozy Jezebel, and I'm not here for it, okay? I am not here for it. So Vivian, she was like, "Yeah, we still friends. We, bond over marriage and kids and what have you." And she was like, "Well, girl, I got divorced down pat. So, I was like, oh, for real? You got a divorce down pat? I wonder why. I wonder why. Let me talk to some of them exes, okay? Because I'm sure part of it was probably you over there doing too much with the other men's, okay?" So Viv, kind of expressed that she's going through a little, transition, and, needs some, well, not need advice about her career, but she's going through a tough situation, and that on this decision she has to make with the fellowship. So she was like, "Try me, girl. Like, what's up? Let me know, like, how you feeling." So she pretty much gave Vivian the advice, like, "Hey, at the end of the day, nothing is given. And if you're offered this position, obviously that the person who has it currently is not doing their job. So, girl, do you, and don't worry about nobody else." And I'm like, "Sure, I expect that advice from you, Erica." Which, it wasn't bad advice at all, but we already know how Erica is doing. Like, we already see it. All right. What's up, Daria? Thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. So they bond and what have you. They have a good old kiki on the couch. Meanwhile, Phil is on his way home, and your boy Jeffrey be on. He was like, "I've been calling and texting you, bro. Like, what's up?" And I'm like, "Phil, like, come on, you got a whole family. You need to be near your phone. Like, what's going on?" And so, long story short, he was trying to warn him that Erica was in the house. So they kind of have like a little awkward, kind of situation. But Phil seems very open to the, like, a possibility of a rekindled friendship. Okay. But before he got home, he was at the office, okay, and he's reviewing, the agreement for the acquisition, and he's like, "I'm not feeling this, okay? I'm not feeling this at all. They want us to pretty much have half our staff, like, cut." Like, lay off, and of course James and everybody was like, "Well, it's kind of what's expected to have some layoffs. I mean, it is an acquisition." He was like, "No, tell these people to kiss my what, because at the end of the day, this is not enough for us. Like, we are too good. Like, they're not just trying to buy us out. They just trying to pretty much change and control us. Like, suppose we want to, take on certain cases and they won't be down with it. Like, we can't do that. We can't let them change the nucleus of this situation." And I'm like, "Okay, I understand we all power to the people, Phil, but what you think about all this when you was running for DA?" Because it kind of seemed like, don't get me wrong, I commend you for having your own ambitions and wanting to, further your career, but these people been struggling over here while you was over here, having races and campaigns and what have you. So I don't know. I don't know, Phil. I be trying to be on Team Phil, but at the same time, he kind of get on my nerves sometimes, not a lot, not as much as Will. Hey, Tamika, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. So we pretty much discussed how, the interaction with Erica Banks and what have you. She about to Vivian, if you need me to come to LA, I already got on all black, girl. Let us know what we got to do. Let me know what we got to do, okay? because I don't trust her, especially on what she did at dinner. Okay. So after after Erica leave the house, Phil and Vivian, they have a little conversation. He was like, oh, it's kind of cute. Y'all kind of rekindling y'all relationship. And she was like, baby steps, baby steps. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, well, the situation at the office is not going over well. Like, I'm not feeling it. And she was like, well, what about, what is the Erica Banks company, Carson and Lake. And he was like, well, I may entertain them, but how do you feel about it? And that's what I appreciate. I'm like, great. Please. I'm glad you're asking her how she feels about it. She was like, I'm cool. Like, I'm going to keep Erica in check. And I was like, see, that ain't going to be enough. That's not going to be enough, Mrs. Banks. Because I know them type. Erica, like I said, she's giving me Gabrielle Union from Two to play that game. Okay, like I don't trust Erica. Okay, what's up, Blazing Saddles? Thank you for coming through. Erica is definitely the type to be scheduling working late option. Phil, we have to work late tonight. And no, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for no impromptu business meetings in Paris, some like romantic behind cities. Like we ain't rocking with Erica because we don't trust Erica. Oh, your office, we have a nice little space right next to my office. Oh, let's go to lunch, Phil. You hungry? I'm hungry. Oh, I bought us dinner because we're going to be working like no. Next thing we know, they out of town on a business trip that she don't need to be on. And coincidentally, she ain't booked his room and they got to sleep together in the same room. See, I already see where it's going. And we not doing that today, okay? So, Vivian, I know you trust your husband, and I trust him too. But at the end of the day, them eyes not only need to be watching God, they need to be watching Erica Banks, okay? Hey, Blazing Saturday said Erica gonna be under Phil's desk. Not under the desk. I believe it. Like she just ready and waiting. Like I can't do it. Okay. Meanwhile, we got LaMarcus over here trying to do all he can to get Hillary back. I ain't gonna lie, to Bird and me, I would have been like on board already. Like, boo, let's get married. Like, what's up? Like, meet me in the altar in your white tux. Like, come on. Like, we could get this popping. I mean, we could get married right here. We got a nice little background situation. Like, let's do the darn thing, LaMarcus. And I don't know at this little, so pretty much, Hillary set up a whole situation, a little collab with the football team and, their little house or what have you. And Ivy, I don't know. She one of the people that's always going to be like a frenemy to me because she be making little, remarks like, oh, LaMarcus, if you want to give out more, billboards, holla at your girl. Like, no. See, Ivy's some type of chicks. You can't have her lingering at your house. Like, no, that ain't gonna work either. Okay. So, Vivian, I hope you instilled some smarts in your girl Hillary, okay? Because y'all got to be looking out for the same things when it comes to these friends, okay? We can't be trusting these chicks, okay? When they see a good man, okay, a good Christian man, a good affluent man, a good, financially stable man that know what he want and that can wine and dine you. Like, see, this is the thing. Chicks, at 9 times out of 10, are going to be after a man that's already taken. Because a lot of times those men are good men, okay? Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of trash men that are taken. I don't get that construed, okay? But they peep like, dang, he a good man. I want some of that, okay? If you watch BMF, you saw Mabel. She was ready. Titties on the table. Baby oil up. Like, we already know where this stuff goes, okay? Yes, Tamika, you know, you can't be trusting these chicks. Blazing Saddle, she said the little football game was cute when LaMarcus picked up Hillary. I was like, ooh, he's so strong. Like, ooh, LaMarcus, you been drinking your milk and your Wheaties. Like, ooh. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that those pictures was going to be all over social media and Jazz was going to see it. And that may still happen next episode. But I was like, ooh, girl, they about to be all up on Instagram. And we're going to have little, little Jazz over there in his little meet and greet in the closet over here crying, okay? Well, we're going to get to Jazz a little later on in a minute, okay? So Will has a conversation with Doc, okay? Doc was like, you missed practice. It's something you need to talk to me about instead of talking to my team. So Will has this whole little monologue. I'm like, let me get the violin and the piano, because here we go. Will just his little cheesy monologue, like, I thought I can trust you. I told my mama I was proud to be your team. I thought, since we were from the same type of environment, that you was gonna do us right. I trusted in you. And I'm so disappointed that you care about the almighty dollar instead of the almighty Will from Phil Lee. I'm like, Will, like, ain't nobody trying to hear, like, and don't get me wrong, like 2% of me is like, this is kind of touching Doc just a little bit. But at the end of the day, Doc about his coin. Okay, he got a whole drunk niece that he got to take care of. Okay, I don't know if he got kids of his own, but Doc is all about that dollar bill, y'all. Okay, what's up, Big Wolf? How are you? Thank you for coming through. But yeah, like I said, Will just gets on my nerves. Meanwhile, I'm over here stressed out because I'm thinking that Carlton got a whole intervention in the living room, okay? But it wasn't really intervention. Jeffrey, my boy Jeffrey, had the great idea of the parents and the kids meeting up to get this whole story together, okay? So Carlton, Vivian, Connor, and his mom, they having a whole meeting. And I'm like, I like the idea, but the execution of it, I didn't really like it. Like, I didn't care for it. Like, what y'all should have did was act like we was on First 48 and split them fools up and have different interrogation rooms. That's what we needed to do. Because Vivian is low-key soft, okay? And Connor's mom is aggravated. You definitely could tell she over there at 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock be on that wine real good, okay? So y'all kind of did this wrong. And this wasn't as successful as I thought it would be. But long story short, Connor and your boy Carlton got two totally different stories. Connor told his mama they got robbed. That's why his dad's Patek watch is gone. And them watches. You think about a Rolex. Rolex is like the Michael Kors version of Patek. Like, it's a lot. So he lies and says he's with this chick. He was with this chick that his mom disapproved of because she's a dropout that work at CVS. I said, Connor, you ain't slick. You wrestle with that girl because she gonna give you some free prescriptions. Like, I see you. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of fire. You know how to pick them, okay? But at the same time, Connor, you ain't ish, okay? And so, of course, Carlton is going with his same story. Well, my story, which is the truth. I'm like, see, that's the thing. You kept saying my story. That you sound like you're lying. Oh, my truth is the truth, okay? We had a beer, a fake ID, and I felt like, doing what Jill Scott said she was doing in the 90s, taking long walks in the story. So Connor, he kind of tells that, oh, my story was kind of like, a lie. My robbery story it was a lie. Yeah, Carlton, right. So he pretty much is there for Carlton, and I'm like, it's like you would want a friend to do that, but in this situation, Connor, you can kind of actually like start a whole addict right here, pretty much enabling Carlton. But that's his boy. They've been friends since first, second grade or what have you. So I get it. But I was surprised that Connor came through, and I feel like I still can't trust you, Connor. So I got my eyes on you too. Okay. Now this Jezebel. Oh God. She was like, well, and I hope you have some good news for me. And actually, this outfit she still had on. This was the same day. This was the same day that she was over there with Vivian. Okay, so they having dinner apparently, and he tells her like, "Yes, I'm going to agree to be a part of your little company, what have you, but I have some requests." Okay. And of course, we're talking about the Garrison account because that's worth $12 million. Okay. So she was like, all right, whatever you want. You want some snacks? True, I got that. You can go in the truck right now. See, that's what type of time Erica is on. All right. So Phil, he was like, all right, I told her the news. You can tell he was like, I ain't trying to lollygag or nothing. We still, it's a little awkward. So he gets up. He was like, he had his little appetizer. You got the bill? Okay, girl. Like, you see, he put no check down, no card was down. Okay, I'm sure it will not decline like Jazz was the other day, but hey, that's neither here nor there. All right. So she was like, this is going to be, just fantastic. So they give a good little hug. And y'all see, like, you see that hand is on that neck, right? That ain't professional. That ain't professional. Then she whispers in this merman with 3 kids, okay, which is Halan's sister / long found friend who they got drama with / her ex-college boyfriend. Yeah, okay. She breaking so many rules here. And she's going to say, oh, this is going to be so good. I'm like, what are we? Like, is this Cinemax in 1990? Is this Red Shoe Diaries? Like, what? Get the sultry voice out this man's ear. You is trifling, Erica. And even Phil caught on, and I'm glad because men be dumb sometimes. And he looking like, oh, what I done did. What I hope, and I know this is trifling, but I hope since he's going to give the Garrison account to his old firm, he'll give that, and they sign the paperwork on that, and he could just like, you know what, Whitaker and Mason and them, well, no, not Whitaker and Mason, Carson and Lake, I had changed my mind. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the home team. See, that's what I want. We get the Garrison account, okay, and we get out of Erica's, realm because we don't trust her. I was so aggravated. I'm like, oh, you ain't ish. Because she admitted, she was like, oh, I'm glad that little, visit with Vivian worked. So he realized she done manipulated the whole thing. She wasn't genuine, trying to link up and be on good terms with Vivian. She over there snaking, because we know these type of women. We know these type of women, they get what they want. She giving me, what's that girl? Oh my God, what was that girl on Baby Boy? She was like, I just want some, okay, over there working with Yvette, looking at her in the cubicle, stank. Like, we can't trust Erica. And Phil, I just hope you don't have no type of moment of weakness, because I would lose all respect for you, my brother. Like, please keep her at arm's distance, okay? Act like it's COVID. Tell her, I need 6 feet. I need 6 feet, Erica, okay? We good. You don't need to come in my office. We got a phone. What extension you at, girl? Let's talk business, okay? I may even do a Zoom call, okay? And make sure the Tig Old Biddies is not showing on the Zoom call, all right, Erica? Because we know how you are. And don't be dropping no pencils and no pens accidentally. Don't act like you need any type of thing, no IT work done in your office. Will can't do that. Call somebody else. Because you're going to find any excuse to be around this man. I can see her. They leave at work 5 o'clock with her little purse. Oh my God, my tire. My tire's flat. Can you give me a ride home, Philip? And of course, he ain't going to say no. And next thing we see, she invite him over here for some Kool-Aid. And she want to get some, get a little comfortable, get out that suit. And next thing we see her in a lingerie. No. Bad idea. All around, flag on the play. We can't have Erica in our lives. And once Vivian friend find out about this, she already know. And I can see Vivian now, no, we cool now. Like, I'm gonna invite her over. We're gonna have a nice little cute charcuterie board and a girls' night. And I hope the girl peep. I hope the girl peep that Erica ain't ish, but something tell me that Vivian soft behind ain't gonna peep game. And I'm gonna be aggravated. This is so bad. So bad. What's up, BB? Thank you for coming through. Oh, Lord. So, of course, she, takes the sound advice of what she think is her new friend, okay, her new old friend. So she calls the Neiman Fellowship, and she was like, yeah, I've thought it over, and yeah, I would like to go ahead and take the executive director position. And I was like, okay, I ain't mad. I mean, that girl wasn't your friend, but like that. But I know you admire her. But I wasn't mad. I'm like, okay, get your little job. But I'm like, dang, Vivian, are you gonna be working late hours? Because we don't need you working late hours and Phil over here working late hours. Next thing we know, y'all growing apart just enough time for Erica to be walking on water and sneaking her little behind up in your marriage. Oh, Lord. I just don't feel like, and I want this for Vivian, but something tells me like this probably is something that she's not going to end up fully enjoying. Maybe it's going to take up too much of her time. And especially, we need to keep our eyes on Carlton, okay? Ashley, Hillary, they good, they sufficient. But Carlton, we just need to keep our eyes on this boy, okay? So the fact that these parents probably not going to be around that often is going to be a problem. So we're going to need Jeffrey to step up. So Jeffrey, stay on that ass. I don't care. We need to do tracking devices, cameras. Jeffrey, I know you got peoples. Stay on Carlton's ass, okay? Please and thank you, all right? So at the game, Ashley, is asked, of Hillary, like, hey, can you join in? Because the little influencer that, we wanted to, have to, up publicity is not going to be able to show up. So Ashley, she, regrets, regrettably like, okay, I think I can. Because she was like, no, a queer woman, a color clear woman. What's that colored child? Sorry. She ain't said colored, did she? Oh, I done said us back 80 years, Lord. I'm sorry, YouTube guys. I did not mean to say colored. Oh, girl, what in the Harriet Tubman done got in me today? Sorry, y'all. Anywho, Ashley ends up having fun, and Hillary tells her like it's okay to let your hair down, and not try to fight the world and save the world all day, every day. Okay. Meanwhile, Ashley peeps that Hillary is stalking Jazz on Instagram, and she was like, I know you miss him. She's like, I do not. She was like, well, why are you all up in his page? Like we already know Jazz is giving you bad signals because he went on doing all this before you. Because at the end of the day, Hillary was the one who gave him the idea and planned this little meet and greet at his record shop. So he over there promoting what have you. I'm like, see, I know you crying on the inside, Jazz. I know you crying on the inside. Let it out, baby. Let it out. All right. So Will, he comes home right after the little fake little intervention / interrogation. And mind you, him and Lisa was kind of talking about Carlton during school about him being with Connor. And Will was like, no, like he ain't on that. So they both was like, oh, we slipping when it come to Carlton. Okay. So he approaches him. He was like, oh, I thought we was cool. Like, you on that snuff? He might as well did like a Joe Clark. You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Y'all, that is on my review list for this summer. I gotta do. I had like 11 movies, and a lot of people done covered some of the movies that I wanted to do. But I gotta do Lee or B. That's been on my list for several months. I gotta do that when some of these shows go off and I have time, child. But Will was like, you smoke crack, don't you? And of course, Carlton's like, no, I don't smoke the crack. I'm like, technically, you don't smoke crack. But yes, Tamika will say you on that stuff. Y'all, I almost fell out. I almost fell out. Will was not playing. He was not playing with Carlton, okay? Like somebody grandmama. You know how you got that one uncle that never leave out of grandma's house? That's like what grandma say to that one uncle that never move out. You on that stuff again, Ronnie? Ronnie, you on that stuff? Get out of my house. And he come back in 2 hours later. Mama, I'm a work in progress. What's up, Brillo? What's up, Tamika? You say you had that on your list too. We may need to collab or something because I love me some lean on me, child. So Carlton, he's deflecting a little bit, right? So he was like, well, don't be getting on me just because you got issues with your girlfriend and her uncle / your culture. I'm like, dang, Carlton, how you know about all that? How you know about all that? You over there snooping on what we got going on in the living room, okay? He was like, no, this is about you, Carlton, okay? He was like, I'm not on the stuff, okay? I'm clean. what the addicts be saying, I'm clean. I ain't smoking about two weeks. No, they lying. Nah. You still got that Bobby Brown twitch in your mouth. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. We know what you're doing. Will was all in competition, messing up his room. I said, sir, you gonna refold them shirts? Are you gonna refold them shirts? I am not working at the Gap right now. I don't know how to refold the shirts. The house cleaner did that. Are you gonna do it, Will? That's just rude, okay? But I appreciate this conversation because, Will was like, dang, we supposed to be, the kings of Bel-Air. Like, we supposed to be holding ourselves accountable. Like, when I moved back in, we had a little pact going. And Carter was like, well, last time we, was trying to talk, you said my apology don't be nothing. I was like, oh, my God, y'all little relationship stressing me the hell out. I ain't got time. Brilla, you say you lost all respect for Carter. He a dopey. Carlton need, I don't know what Carlton need. He just can't get right. That's his new name, Can't Get Right. Shout out to Life. I wanted to review that too, but it's comedic, but the actual story is sad as you know what. So I'm like, I don't know if I need that Debbie Downer because I would get upset all over again. Because it's funny, but it got a laugh to keep from crying. Because I'm like, y'all really was up in here for how long? Oh, Lord. And the worst part, and I know I'm getting sidetracked, was when a warden was about to let them go free and he done died on the toilet. I was like, this could not be for real. Jesus. Okay, let me get off Life. So Carlton lies to Vivian again and say he going for a walk. I'm like, yeah, you got Jill Scott on repeat, apparently. So he meets Connor. He was like, yeah, I just told my mom, I'm going for a walk. Thank you for covering for me, bro. And he tells him, what happened in terms of, when Carlton passed out. He's like, yeah, we took your, car for a little burger run and we went to the beach. I was like, Connor, what was wrong with your vehicle? Like, why are y'all doing that? Like, hell no. I'm sure they used Carlton debit card too. Got sand all in the man car. Come on now, Connor. You got money. You could have put gas. If you got AAA, they'll gas your car up. Okay. You could have got a detail, got all the sand out. You low-key trash, Connor. So man, it was a ball, it was a blast. You should have been there. Well, you should have woke Carlton up for the fun. I said, I wish one of my friends would. I wish would take my car, burn all my gas. Got sand all in my vehicle. And first of all, don't even come back to bring me the burger that y'all went to go get. Y'all had a whole beach day and everything. Y'all had big fun at the Wretched. Shout out to the Cosby Show. But y'all ain't invite me to the party. Carter, you trash, okay? But Carlton don't care because you know what had happened? What had happened? Connor had the stuff with him. I'm like, why we waving this baggie all up in the air like we just don't care? Can we have some type of discreetness going on? I don't know if that's the real word, but I just said it. Okay, we in the trap. We can make words up in here. Connor like, yeah, here you go, bud. I'm like, where Jeffrey at when you need him? Where is Jeffrey at when you need him? Because he would have been Well, would have been one of some Usain Bolt. Like, give me that goddamn bag. Drag Carlton to the goddamn 12-step program. Like, Jeffrey, this where you need to show up. Like, where you at, Jeffrey? Your boy is down bad. He's down bad. Blazing Saddles, that cocaine to be calling me. Lord, he about to have a whole Pookie moment if we don't stop. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to Tamika Carter. Like, where was your card? Forget these other little smokers. I don't care what type of car. They can rent a car if they want to have an experience. Go to a car show. What are we doing here? Stress me out, child. Meanwhile, Philip, he had some good news for James. He was like, James, we got an update on this contract here, this acquisition. He tells him, like, hey, we got the Garrison account. We don't got to lay nobody off. I'm like, okay, this is fire. He was like, all right, cool. But he was like, yeah, I had to make some compromises. See, what had happened was I still, going over there, the car's still laking them, but that was kind of the trade-off. And he was like, Phil, I can't do that. You the face of the company. Like, I can't. I'm like, James, man up, James. Like, come on now. You a good 40-something years old, James. I only need you to put on the big draws. Stop playing. Oh, my God. James is getting on my nerves. He was like, James, you done held it down when I was doing my little DA race. You can do it. And I'm like, yeah, James, you can do it. Stop, man up. So they kind of had a little agreement. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I still hope, this Erica situation is stressing me out, okay? Meanwhile, LaMarcus is laying on real thick on Hillary. He's like, I want you, girl. I was like, Hillary, get on that man. Stop playing around, okay? But I don't know. What do y'all think about LaMarcus versus Jazz thing? Like, I don't know. I just feel like with Jazz and his insecurities, like, he needs time. Like, he need to figure that out because Hillary, she ain't on that, okay? LaMarcus is perfect on paper. You know what I'm saying? But will you truly be happy with LaMarcus? Like, will you be bored? Like, I feel like she has genuine connection with Jazz. It's something you can't really find and buy on paper. But at the same time, you can't be with an insecure man when you're a secure woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know how I feel. I like Jazz, but I'm Team LaMarcus right now. He got his ish together, okay? And he trying to get his woman. And mind you, she was the one who broke up with him. And like, he messed up. So I'm like, all right, but it's a show. So I'm like, what type of drama LaMarcus got? Like, I hope he ain't trying to have her barefoot and pregnant in 2 years because she ain't on that, okay? She a whole businesswoman, all right? Tamika, you said, do I think was a good move for Uncle Phil? Hell no. Erica is gonna put her whole, let me repeat it. Her whole full set in this man's pants before we know it, okay? And I ain't got time, okay? I ain't got time. Oh my God, I don't like this at all. Like, do y'all think it's really a good deal to even work with your ex if you have a spouse? Like, I feel like that's just too sticky. Like, even if you are like in a secure relationship, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Blazing Saddles, you said Jazz can't handle a relationship with a girl who has everything. That's fact, especially if he doesn't have much from his point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because she got her stuff. She ain't asking Jazz for nothing. Okay. I'm like, Jazz, you straight. You got you an apartment, you got you a business and a nice car. You cute, you dress well. Like, come on, like, you got stuff. You was smart, you was kind. Have some respect for yourself, okay? Tamika, you said Jazz insecurities are ridiculous. I don't trust LaMarcus. I got my. That's the thing. He good on paper, but what you got up your sleeve, bruh? Maybe I don't know. Maybe we just got PTSD. We watch too many other shows where we just don't be trusting folk. I want to believe he's good, but I feel like something gonna be up. I don't know. So Jackie comes through to Jazz's little meet and greet. And it was weird because she was laying it on really thick. She was like, you want to smell my punani well? I'm like, girl, like, It's like while we up here, we always trying to link up. You always cancel. I'm like, don't you want to get to know? They want to watch some TV, like Netflix or something. Like you just really like what you got going on? We know you're drinking. You know you're drunk, low key. Are you a whore too, Jackie? Like, let me know all of your things. Like, that's the thing. This is the time that Will should be like, all right, your uncle said you got some demons. What type of demons are we talking about? Are we talking about drinking demons? Are we talking about busting it wide open demons? Are we talking about cocaine demons? Like, we need to know what all Jackie come with because the uncle is a problem anyway, okay? But anyway, he falls for it. They have the six and whatnot. And so, you know, because he was pressing her about the whole Zenith hype situation. And she was like, well, my uncle, that's his thing. Like, I can't tell you. And I'm like, Will, you was just in a predicament last season with Lisa where you had to protect the home team. You had to protect your uncle and couldn't really tell everything to Lisa. So I understand it's a little different. But at least, I mean, Jackie is kind of like in a weird situation too. Like she couldn't be telling you, like, yeah, my uncle, he just want to be, you know, with your uncle, and you know, he got connections. And I'm gonna mess up my bag too because if you don't sign on, I don't get my bundle. So what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel Will be expecting too much of people sometimes, okay? He thinks of the greater good for the most part, but I feel like he don't be acting like a city boy sometimes. Like, not the city boy, city girl, city boy. I'm talking like a city boy that just be up on it. Like, maybe it's me, because I grew up guilty till proven innocent, everybody out to get you. So that's the mentality I had growing up. But Will, he a different species, okay? So she pretty much breaks it down. She's like, well, I don't know much, but what I do know, you know, my uncle, he peeped your uncle works for the DA and he got some beef going on. So he think y'all would be an asset to the situation. I'm like, dang, he even want Will like that. He wanted Uncle Phil. Oh Lord. And Will, that's what I'm saying. You talk too damn much. Go get you a therapist, boy. So after all day of stalking Jazz and trying to text him and delete and stuff, Hillary goes to the party, and just like in TV fashion, TV magic, as soon as she walk in, she see him dancing with chicks, entertaining them for the 2 minutes that he wasn't peeping at the door looking for her. So of course she goes and runs to Lamarck and was like, it's a little hot tub invitation, you know, is that still on? So of course he picks her up and we do like a little officer and a gentleman situation. I was like, oh my God. I go out of bird in me was like, it's so romantic. I want to go with a hot tub too. So we gonna see. But I'm like, I don't know. Was that smart? That wasn't really smart of Hillary. You just trying to mask your little feelings for Jazz, but was it too deep? I don't know if it was that deep. I mean, you was sitting up in your room like Brandy the other day, looking at old text messages. So maybe you was feeling him. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be a little love triangle. We gonna have to see, okay? And so at the end of the episode, okay, we got to have Phil and Jeffrey rolled up, okay, on Doc and Suge Knight. And it's actually the person who plays Suge Knight, I believe, in a Notorious movie. So pretty much he was like, yeah, I know what you're trying to do with my nephew. No, it's not going to work out. Bye-bye. And he was like, pump your brakes, shorty. Yeah, it's not that simple. Like, I already know what you did for your nephew in terms of that gun charge. So I got something on you. Therefore, if I don't, if you want me not to air you out, you need to do me a favor, okay? I need you to do some community service, okay? And help me out with a little situation, okay? My ex-partner, Lorenzo, he trying to air me out, okay? That's going to affect the whole team, including your nephew, okay? So we need to do something and get some of that Philip Banks gangster magic up in this situation. And, of course, we all sitting there like, Lord, I'm like, Lord, we got the team up with Doc. Jeffrey, have all your people ready, okay? Because we cannot trust this land, okay? So that's pretty much the episode. It was cute. I don't know. This season is not giving as much as I wanted. But it's still cute. It's still cute nonetheless. I will give this episode probably a 7, 8. A 7-8. It was cute. It was cute, not too crazy. That's pretty much it, guys. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe, do all the things for your girl. And I have another live to attend to, so I have to get out of here. But I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll be going live on Wednesday to discuss Snowfall and just kind of recapping the series and just talking about some things about the show because you know it's one of my favorites, and I have to send it off properly. Okay, Uncle Rob, Lord, why? Oh God, get it together, girl. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Blazing Saturday said it was I. Yeah, I agree. Like I is definitely the right term. Okay. Good night, and I will see y'all later. Toodles.